The final act in Group A. One last game, one last decision to be made. Bhutan, Sri Lanka, and still to be claimed. This is what it comes down to. After days of competition, everything now rests on 90 minutes. Sri Lanka need just a draw, 1 point to carry them into the semi-finals. And Bhutan, on the other hand, must win. Sri Lanka come in knowing exactly what is required, 3 points, and just one more point needed to secure qualification. And even a draw will be enough. The last game, a narrow 1-0 loss to Nepal, but overall a side that has shown resilience and belief. So today, it's about managing the game, staying composed. Let's hear from the head coach Al Manai.
منتخب قوي لديه حظوظ مثل ما عندنا حظوظ بنتيجة الفوز أو التعادل. راح نلعب للفوز إن شاء الله. هدفنا الصعود في المجموعة هذه كثاني المنتخبات إن شاء الله.
For Bhutan, the situation is much clearer and much tougher. Just to one so far, still winless. Defeat to Nepal, a goalless draw against Maldives. And now only one remains there to win. So you're expecting 10 turns and perhaps a bit of a risk. Here's what Karma Dema has to say.
I think for today match is very important for us and our opinion also. So for today match, we have well prepared for to get the 3 points. So we'll give our best, and I want to wish opinion team good luck, and all the supporters please come and support our team for last match.
Two very different emotions at this point. Sri Lanka look measured, composed, a team that understands exactly what is required. They know that control is enough and that patience, discipline, and game management can take them through. Bhutan, on the other hand, carry a different kind of energy, sharper, more urgent, fully aware that they have to take initiative from the very start. And there's no room to wait, no room to sit back, because for them this is simple. It's about going for the game because there is no tomorrow. Vector X from the ball, the official match ball of the SAFF Under-20 Championship for men's 2026. And this is a lovely venue, the National Football Stadium in Male, the capital of Maldives. It was match number 8 coming your way. The last game of Group A. It was a 1-1 draw between the home side Maldives and Nepal. Maldives eventually out of the race. And now it's between Sri Lanka and Bhutan to decide which team finishes behind Nepal and progresses to the knockout stages from Group A. It's going to be a high octane clash. Bhutan have surprised a lot of onlookers across the region with their performance. With 10 men, they put on a great show, especially in the second half against Nepal, even though the result didn't go their way. But they have won hearts. And this man, Dendup Gilshan, has scored the only goal for them so far in this tournament. Sri Lanka, they come on the back of a defeat to Nepal. They started off with a 2-3 victory over the hosts Maldives and made a dramatic comeback in the second half on 23rd of March 2026. Now, Bhutan's campaign so far has had efforts but not quite the results. A narrow 2-1 loss to Nepal in the opening game, where they showed a real fight even in difficult moments. And then a goalless draw against Maldives, a game where the stage solid but couldn't quite find the breakthrough. So 1 point from 2 games, still searching for that first win. A win that could take them into the semi-finals. And that means the equation is very simple for the Dragon Boys. They have to win, and nothing else keeps them alive. A draw or defeat, and their tournament ends here. So expect them to be proactive, to take initiative, because this is about managing the game. It's about chasing it.
Please welcome the teams of Bhutan
Sri
and
Lanka's
Sri
campaign,
Lanka.
on the flip side, so far has been quite interesting. A dramatic win in the opening game, coming from two double against Maldives to win it 3-2. And that showed a lot of character, a lot of belief. And then a narrow 1 loss to Nepal in the last game, a game where they were competitive but just couldn't find the goal. So 3 points from 2 games and still very much in control of their situation. And that's the key today. The equation is simple: need to avoid defeat, even a draw enough to take them through to the semi-finals. So you might see a slightly more controlled approach, managing the game and staying organized and not taking unnecessary risks. So their only known one meeting came in 2019 where Sri Lanka edged Bhutan 1-0, third place playoff context in that edition. This is their second meeting at the SAFF U-20 Championship.
National anthem of
And
Bhutan.
now the national anthems, a moment of pride before the pressure takes over.
Please remain standing if you are able for the national anthem of Sri Lanka.
Both the teams, they huddle up. One last time. All in readiness for kickoff. The match number 8 of the SAFF U-20 Championship 2026 Norway on the YouTube channel of Sportzworkz. Hit the bell icon and don't forget to subscribe. Jitinder Singh is from Chandigarh. Has officiated a few games in the I-League in I-League second in the officiating his game in the SAFF U-20 Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for. Let the countdown begin. 5, 4, 3.
And now the countdown is on. And we are underway. A simple equation defines it. Sri Lanka need just a point. Bhutan need all three. Control against urgency. And Group A finds its final answer. Sri Lanka attack. The first cross of the game could be a scoring opportunity and not on the same wavelength. And Mohammed team was interested. And there you go. Scored a splendid goal against the Maldives from 25 yards out. Sri Lanka will look to keep things very simple. Doesn't need to try anything extravagant because the onus is on Bhutan. They got to pick up 3 points to progress to the top 4. In 2024, they finished second in the group. Bhutan, they lost to Nepal in the semi-finals. For another Nepal versus Bhutan clash in the semi-final, they manages to beat Sri Lanka tonight. A change in tactics slightly from Karma Dema. Thinley Azar has been operated from the right hand side in an advanced role. Left foot from Mohammed. Bhutan earns a corner. That's straight. Harmless. Nelson apart cemented his place in the starting 11. Bhutan's squad might not have the same depth or exposure as some of the bigger teams in the region, but they have the structure and discipline. And you've seen that in their performance, even when they've been under pressure. They've stayed organized, stayed compact, and made it difficult for the opponents. There's a clear understanding of roles within the team, and that comes from good coaching and preparation. And Karma Dema doing exceedingly well with the squad at her disposal. He's played in the SAFF as well as a player back in 2012 for Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, rather. Khatim. The ball eventually went out of his feet. Mohammad Khatim, Hijazi, and Hussein Abdullah. Were given a reality check by Nepal in the last game. They must have taken lessons from that defeat. There's a clear understanding of roles within this team, and that's what they perhaps lacked, is that cutting edge in the final third and the ability to turn good phases into goals. So it's a hard-working unit, but one that needs more output in key moments. Mohammad Khatim. The ball is picked up by Bhutan. Played through. Nadal Senapala puts it out of harm's way.
Careful.
Bhutan having more of the ball. A bit of urgency. They're looking for an early goal. That slipped through. Flag stayed down. Could be a chance, and there you go. Come. Flag went up immediately. Even it looked like off-right. A right call from the assistant referee. Keldon Dorji. His goal cancelled out. And good goal scoring spree in BAPL as well. 7 goals and 5 assists, 12 goal contributions. He's played close to 2200 minutes. That's quite huge. Featured regularly for BFF Academy FC. Looking to make inroads. Sri Lanka managed to make plenty of headways in there for the men in white. Mohammad Zaid was brought down. And Keldon Dorji committing the foul. Cheer from the Sri Lankan fans. Testing time. Arranging the wall. Tandon Pencher. It is well within shooting range. We've seen a couple of direct goals from free kicks. Goes for goal. A comfortable height for the goalkeeper. Rashad Shihab took that free kick. Lacked venom. Lacked power. It was a terrible back pass. Couldn't prevent in the corner. Sri Lanka look like a team that is evolving. There's a bit more confidence in how they approach matches, especially going forward. Touch look like the man has been given responsibility to take Free kicks and corners tonight. Shihab. What can he come up with? Shihab delivers. Drops on the edge to a white shirt. Too much of power. Wasn't in control of that shot. Mohammad Farik went up for it. There you go. Unable to control and then tempting bounce. To the right footer. That comeback win against Maldives showed belief, character, and attacking intent. And at the same time, there are still areas to tighten up, particularly in maintaining since 80 minutes. So it's a side growing with identity. Here comes Bhutan meanwhile, skipping past the challenges. It's partially cleared and cleverly. Rinzin Dorji buys that corner. Didn't touch it, left it alone. Set pieces could prove crucial tonight. Not much crowd for this one. Rinzin gone through an orange shirt. Was a difficult area to shoot from. Qenzhang Wangchu took that hit. "11 minutes of play gone. It's 0-0 between Bhutan and Sri Lanka. It's a side with growing identity, not perfect yet, but definitely improving. And not allowed to cross. That's what is required. One of the two teams are going to play the semi-finals on 1st of April. Tomorrow, a massive game coming up between Bangladesh and India. Both of them have secured the place, but it's about who finishes on top of Group D. Currently, India in the driver's seat, having a better goal difference. I do expect the game tomorrow to be a tactical contest. Both the coaches might turn to the bench and provide opportunities. There's some of them who haven't got enough minutes in the last game. A goal kick signaled. Trust half initiative, and you would expect them to be more aggressive. This man, he knows it, Ahmed Al-Manai. They got to push hard on the pitch and take certain goals, and that naturally creates space which might counter. So it's a balance of patience versus urgency. Khatim, speculated. The defining game, and Nepal have already qualified. The second spot comes down to the game. Sri Lanka need a point Bhutan, on the other hand, they need 3 points. Nothing else will take them through. The equation is quite simple, but the pressure is very different for both teams. But sometimes having to do it with a win can take a toll. It can be a blessing in disguise, rather. Evolution has been about steady growth. They've invested in youth development, focused on building structure and slowly improved their competitiveness. They may not always be among the favorites, but they've become a team that can challenge others, and that's important for the region. Dechok Dorji has been deployed in a new role by Karma Dema. Starts at centre back alongside Yugen Dorji. Thinle Yazar in a much advanced role. Sonam Dorji and Qing Zhang Wangchuk keeps their places in the middle of the park. For Sri Lanka, you might see the likes of Hijazi, Mohammad Zaid. That's nice, is defended by Ahmed. And whistle control. Now the whistle's gone for a thin laser. Red card. Maldives. This was the incident. Thinle Yazar. Oh, that's a robust challenge. Mohammad Yasir. The fans are here. Between the two island countries ended in a draw. Full of nice. Karmatema, the first women coach to coach a men's team in the Bhutan Premier. A former coach of the under-16, under-20 women's team, the Bhutan Football Federation. Quen Zhang Wangchuk and Rinzun Dorji close to each other. Let's see who's gonna take it. Queuing, hops over, Rinzin. Tries up, goes for that left footer. Nadal Sinapala. As safe as a house. That goal kick. Good distance on it. A sweeping ball should be kept in. Swift movement. And a cross too close to the keeper. No problems whatsoever for Tendon Pencer to gather it up. Rinzin Dorji still looking for his first goal in this competition. Sonam Dorji on to Tandin Shewang. Bhutan building up from the back. This is Chogyal Shirab. Comes in field. Went to Waveden. The ball sticks. The physio will have a check. Oof. That must have hurt. Early stoppages. Sri Lanka have played a key role in maintaining the competitive balance in South Asian football. They have consistently continued to develop the youth structures and show gradual improvement. Performances like the one against Maldives, they are capable of producing exciting football as well. Keldon Doji losing out to Maziat. There is a player, a part of the young football talent aimed at representing Sri Lanka. Back towards Yugan switching it to the far right. Chance for a give and go. Not too much weight on it. Came on against the Maldives in the first game. Shahad picked up a serious head injury. In his look between the sticks. Ranma Dema slightly anchored. Talking with the side. He's trudging up to take the throw. Across with his right foot. He was angling towards the keeper. I couldn't find any of his teammates inside the box. Tandin Shewang at the right back. Sri Lanka continue with the same shape. Surging ball, Keldon. And then do Kilchin was in for support as well. A forced change for Sri Lanka. M.I. Mohammed replacing the Rishad. Rashad Shihab is off. Imai Mohammed comes on.
Sri Lanka. Jersey number 7, Rashad Shihab, replaced by jersey number 18, Mohammad Rishad.
Mohammad Rishad, who did start the last game, comes on. Very swift. Bhutan in possession. He used his hands instead. Mohammad Rishad still couldn't manage to recover the ball. Bhutan looked defensively very solid. The first goal against Nepal, they concede from an indirect free kick. The second goal outside the box. The teams haven't really scored against them from inside the box. That's great skill. Then chance of the line. Such a feeble try on the follow through. The chance goes a begging. On the counter, Sri Lanka. It's 2-on-5. Need more numbers. Dispossessed. Bhutan recover. Brilliant to Gilshan. Got his man, left him for dead. Left-footed attempt cleared off the line. The way things have gone so far, it won't be easy for Sri Lanka. Bhutan seems to be in the mood. They've had scores Maldives in the last game. Tried to combine with Rinzin. Not the perfect weight. Now cross comes in. Punched out. Bhutan still gets to the loose. Now there's a fight. Maziat quickly taken away. Sonam Dorji with the switch over. Rinzin looking to get beyond Mohammad Yasir, didn't succeed. That's a heavy touch from Rishad. Support from Hatim. At the right place, Yugen Dorji. Hossein Abdullah should be off. Now this was the chance. Great cutback. It came off Khatif, who slid in. Could have been an own goal. Cleared off the line. Almost a comedy of errors. Now that clearance saving grace for Sri Lanka. So at Bhutan, no games. The sides both trying to test each other. An attempt from distance. Excellent recovery from Sri Lanka, and then that hit from far out. Turns away from his man. That's a much better route to go out wide. Comes in field. Now joining ranks together, Bhutan. Dorji. Easy pickings for the Sri Lankan defense. Chogyal Shredab. Chogyal Shredab, let's fly! So close. Wasn't too far away. Incredible hit by the left back. Look at that. Strong right side. From almost 30 yards out. One of the most promising players of Thimphu City FC. Urgent. They're beginning from Bhutan. They want a goal in the first half. And that can take some pressure off them. Sri Lanka will be happy as long as this stays. A 10 edger. Rinzin. It's Khatib. Ball deposited. Then to Gilshan. Chogyal Shredab. He's got incredible passing range. Yasser has lost his man. Recovery challenge. Is that a legitimate one? Yes, says the ref, a legitimate challenge from Mohammad Yasser. Quick to recover. And now both are down. Half an hour's play gone here at the National Stadium. It's Bhutan nil, Sri Lanka nil, the last game of Group A. The game that would decide which team is going to join Nepal from this group into the semi-finals. And secured qualification from Group B. They are still hopeful, the Sri Lankan fans. They know they just need to avoid defeat. A draw here takes them to 4 points. It's Thinley. Sliding tackle from Mohammad Yasser. An opportunity for Kamadema to talk to his player. Remind him not in the final third. So win meanwhile. Sri Lanka and come away with it. Brought down, free kick. Nadal Sinapala, a place for Gateway College. A very young keeper. Ahmed and Farik. Both have been tested. Bhutan have the firepower in the ranks, showing a lot of guile going forward. It's a couldn't make the most of it. The door opens from the left loop. And this tournament has a great one. Our system of football in Asia, providing exposure, experience, and partner players who have future senior identified and developed. And importantly, it gives teams the chance to compete regularly at the national level. You're getting a chance to rub shoulders alongside stars of the future. U20 just to holding on to the ball inside their half. Bhutan inviting Sri Lanka to go for the press. Tandin. That is brilliant. It's lightning quick. Sonam Dorji. Timely closed down. There you go. He was on the burst. Good shoulder barge. Back up on his feet. Thinley. There could be a shooting chance for Bhutan inside the box. Having more numbers, Sri Lanka. But corner for Bhutan. This tournament so far has been lively and competitive. We've seen goals, comebacks, and games that have stayed open till the end. Just how Nepal they fought back on the 88th minute. A shot comes in. That could have gone through. Good defensive work. There are too many giveaways inside their own region. And that can hurt them. Controlled possession from Bhutan. Keldon. Away by Farik. Corner. No team has had it easy. That's a good sign for the competition. It's been entertaining and also quite in terms of young. That's too high. Beautifully stationed at the back post. Almost caught ball watching the Lankan defense, but they clear the line. Penja. Dorji. Now stepping in, Sri Lanka. They've won it clean. Got the box, but cutting in onto his left, goes for the good save in Penja with a reaction save. Hossein Abdullah tried to lift it over the keeper. Sri Lanka produced a chance out of nowhere. Khatim cutting in, a scuffed attempt. Was well within Hossain's reach. Chip it. Good work from Tendon Penja. Regulation time left in the first half. It's a floated delivery. Easy take for the goalkeeper. Plays for Sirang FC. During the offensive transition. I prefer to be in the build-up. Bhutan. Renzin. Keldon. Thinley. It forms a front three while attacking. Tandin Chewang and Chokab. They also stay advanced. They're close to Sonam Dorji and Qing Zhang, which forms a midfield four. Qing Zhang can also drop at centre back during the build, form third centre back. That's the advantage of having playing a 3-4-3. You have three players in the final third, even while defending. It allows counter-attacking play to thrive. There hasn't been a problem clearing this. Mohammad Yasir came central. A good play from Bhutan though. Unlucky. They haven't managed to break the deadlock. Well, that is exactly what is needed of them. The attacks just eluded them. There was still a lot of time. Need to be careful. Sri Lanka are threatening on the counter. Have sufficient numbers behind the ball. During an attacking set piece or an attacking throw-in, you must have numbers behind you to provide the cushion. Top. It's a good-looking ball. Chance for a cross. Keldon. And Dendu also in the mix. Runs out of. Will it be recycled back by? It turns to Chogyal. Sonam Dorji. Qing Zhang. And they again rebuild. Yugen Dorji. That was a risky back pass. somehow managing to get it away. And goes for that crossfield pass. It didn't come off. They still have their foot on the gas, Bhutan. Right before the break, if they somehow manage to get a goal, the second half really will be very intriguing. It will be interesting to see how Sri Lanka reacts, their approach, and how they deal with the situation.
There will be 3 minutes of
Went down
added
against
time.
Nepal as well, but haven't been able to trouble them enough. Additional time 3 minutes 180 seconds in this half for either sides. Dismantled Dorji. Incredible shoulder challenge. Into no man's land. That's completely wayward. He's made a couple of good saves in the first half. Nadal Sinapala. Tandin Penjer was also called into action, but he managed to keep Hussein Abdullah at bay, the Sri Lankan captain. Went for that shift. It's too congested. Every time Bhutan tries to penetrate through the center, they eventually have to shift the ball out wide. But Keldon, can he make it count? Not quite. Resolute in defense, Sri Lanka. Bhutan have kept a clean sheet. Just a victory. And Bhutan will secure their place. Just about 20 seconds left in the half. Oh, this could have been tricky. Mohammad Yasir cushions it towards Nadal Sinapala. Team almost scored an own goal from Dendup's cross, which was turned away from the goal line. And there you go, halftime. The referee checks his watch.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No
the
goals,
halftime
but
score
plenty
is
at
Sri
stake.
Lanka nil and Bhutan nil.
Bhutan have pushed, shown intent, but Sri Lanka measured, composed, knowing a point is enough. So at the break, it remains finely balanced. Bhutan nil, Sri Lanka nil, and everything still to be decided. Both sides have worked really hard. Bhutan have had the better exchanges, plenty of the ball in this half. Sri Lanka defended with a lot of grit and determination. I got to see how they approach 45. Here's the highlights of the first half. Bhutan against Sri Lanka for a place in the SAFF U-20 Championship semi-final. This was delivered by Sri Lanka, just escaping Kathim, who made that run, and then the from just out. Rashad Shibab had to be replaced as well by Rashad, and then this plan didn't work out. Chuen Zhang Wangchuk was at the receiving end. Feeble left footer was on target, but Nadal Sinapala was aware of the danger. And a Chogyal Shredab. He tried one from far out and just over the crossbar. Wasn't that far. And then this giveaway, which almost resulted into a goal. Strong right foot into action, scuffed it, and then Hussein but couldn't get it past Tandin Penja. It was a big save. When we come back after the break, it's going to be the second half. Stay tuned. We are back. Players returning to the pitch. Focus sharpened. Conversations had planned, perhaps adjusted, and 45 minutes remain. And with it, everything still on the line. Bhutan know the equation. They must win, and nothing less will do if they are to keep their hopes alive. And Sri Lanka, a different picture. Measured, composed, and aware that a draw is enough to carry them through to the semi-finals. And so it becomes a contest of intent versus control, of urgency against patience. It's been an incredible tournament already. We saw a late comeback from Nepal earlier in the day. That 88th minute strike by Nishan Lawat from Subhash Bam's free kick. Now another 45 to define the fate of Bhutan. And now as the whistle sounds, we are underway once again. The second half begins with everything still to be decided. Now the first 15 are going to be very crucial. If somehow Sri Lanka manages to sneak in a goal, that would seal the deal for them. That's what must have been the message from Ahmed Al-Manai, to go for goal in the first 15. That would mean Bhutan would need 2 goals. There are, of course, areas to improve. Game management is one. Teams losing control at key moments. Defensive organization under pressure is another. And finishing. Converting chances consistently. These are small details, but they often decide games. Bhutan got to show some intent. They got to push a little more. Sri Lanka, calm, not rushed into mistakes. 2 different rhythms sharing the same stage. Surge down the middle. Put off by that tackle from behind. Mohammad Zaid. Operating as a number 10. Slightly behind the target man, Hussein Abdullah. Operating slightly off his shoulder. That was Dhenduk Gilson. In a battle with Hijazi. He scored the equalizer against Maldives. This venue will remember for a long, long time. That broke quite a few hearts. Bhutan likely to commit more bodies forward. That could leave space, something Sri Lanka might look to exploit. It's about balance and how much risk Bhutan can take. Also, that great ball took a slight deflection. Might be a cross. Quickly gathered by Nadal Senapala. Tandin Shewang on the overlap with that ball. As the minutes tick by, they would feel the pressure, Bhutan. Sri Lanka can qualify even with a draw. But a goal for Bhutan and everything can flip. That's how fine the margins are. Nepal already through. And now one final place to be decided. And Sri Lanka showing excellent composure. Bhutan need more courage. And over the next 40 minutes, Group A will find its answer. Denied Rinzin. Quickly taken, Keldon Doji. Can he manage the bounce? It's a good looking ball. Brilliant defensive work. Kathim came in from behind. The foot in. Keldon almost setting up Sonam Dorji. He found the gap quickly. 50 minutes played, still no breakthrough. A corner for Bhutan. It comes towards the far post territory. Rinjin will get another go at it. Shifts onto his right. Shot takes a deflection. Well blocked. Throw in. The pressure yet again beginning to rise on the Sri Lankan defense. A couple of players waiting. It's Aiden Pereira. It was a searching ball. Well placed. Maziat. Cleared away to safety. Here they come back, Hussein Abdullah. Zaid. He can hold up play. There's the shot. A disappointing one. A huge demand of tickets for tomorrow's game. Bangladesh against India. There's so much of excitement among the fans to watch Ronan Sullivan play. Who scored a couple of goals against Pakistan. His individual brilliance getting Bangladesh over the line into the semi-finals. Meanwhile, both the teams testing each other, probing, pressing, searching for a weakness. And nothing given easily. Nothing coming freely. A contest of patience as much as it is of purpose. Yeah, there was that off-the-ball challenge. He definitely used his hands. Thinley Yazar came back from suspension. And he shouldn't do that. Yeah, these are the things you really need to take control of. You left your team midway in the last game. And if Bhutan go down by a man here, it would be almost end of their dreams. Important for the coach to inherit the game awareness among these players. A very short-tempered guy. Easily tempted in that game against Nepal as well. Every tackle cheered. Shivang. Keeping things tight on the right hand side of the Bhutan defense and also helping his side during set pieces. A man is down. Referee stops play. Here is it. We'll have a closer look. There was hand involved. That's miscued. Good third man move. Here comes Sri Lanka, Khatim. A timely intervention. Thinley. Which is in the top split. There is Yasir. Hijazi Aiden Pereira in charge of the Sri Lankan midfield. The creativity is somewhat lacking at the moment they enter the final third in and around. Bit of finesse required to unlock the defense, a bit more measurement and accuracy, and in order to achieve those, they have to train hard, make the best use of the training sessions. Most important is quick decision making under pressure. Thinley comes in field, picks out that pass. Sonam Dorji close down. Maziyat. Was there any contact? Without Sanapala. A safe pair of hands. Slides out very quickly. Sri Lanka very composed and calculated. Happy to let the clock move because as it stands, it works in their favor. A decent build-up. The final product gonna be crucial. Rinjin. It's a fine ball, Keldon. A cut off by the keeper. They're having a good game, Nadal Sinapala. Really earned the head coach. A mistake at the back. This could bleed Bhutan. Another move developing for the Dragons. They need to breathe fire now. And now a gone, still nothing to separate them. But the tension growing with every pass, with every challenge. And Bhutan pushing higher. They know time is not the rally. Every attack carries more intent, more risk. Wave after wave, driven by urgency, by necessity. They push, they press, refusing to step back, because for them only one path remains. Sri Lanka can afford to take their time. This is a mistake. And the hit. Has it gone in? One side of the stadium thought so. It went out. For a moment, it looked very close. A side-footed attempt. Blocked off, and then Khatim. I took it on the rise. Now that could have been a goal. Now Rishad was on rushing, used his side foot. Now the ball took a deflection and fell kindly for Khatim. They might be waiting for one defining moment. They got to force the issue. Sri Lanka just sitting back and waiting for Bhutan to commit a mistake. But can they get a goal from somewhere which can open this game up? Shifting the ball so quickly. I got to deal with his pace. A disappointing cross. Yeah, they've had scoring issues, Bhutan. We saw in the last two games as well. It's just one fruitful phase against Nepal, scored a couple of goals. They managed to find one via Dhendu Gilshan. Struggled to find prominent scoring opportunities against Maldives, which was a dead rubber. A clip from behind, free kick for Sri Lanka. With the referee. The Sri Lankan fans are extremely happy. Cheering this referee's call. A chance perhaps to bring control back or strike when it matters most. They gather, they measure, and now they are behind their team, because one moment here could settle everything. Mohammad Zaid on the free kick. All eyes on this. Mohammad Zaid off the wall. Good block. The ricochets off the wall. Lost his footing. They need more intensity. They need to up their ante. Signals a goal kick. Every step very measured from Sri Lanka now. Just not trying to do anything different. A very simple game plan. Just stay compact and rely on counters. Aware of the fact Bhutan got to play just one way. They cannot afford any other result. A lot of tries from long way out. Took a wobble. Sri Lankan corner. A chance for them to break that jinx and make it to the semi-finals for the first time in their history. In their fifth participation in 2019 and 2022, they couldn't get beyond the group stages. They can rewrite the script. Hussein Abdullah's header onto the roof. Just marginally. Keldon. What can he produce, Keldon? Turns towards Sonam, heavy touch. A chance to spring a counter. Sri Lanka. That's a genuine foul. Hijazi was steaming forward. A clear push. Sonam Doji, the man guilty. First time a free kick for Sri Lanka. Mohammad Yasir, quite far. Safety first tactic from Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, they remain composed, holding their shape, holding their advantage. Now the game just edging closer to its defining moment. And 25 minutes of play gone in the second half. It's still 0-0. Will there be a late drama? The time now becoming a factor. Bhutan up through their gears. Not managing to adjust with the bounce. It's a gift from Keldon. It was over ambitious. And deep from his half. Saw the keeper off his line. I tried to catch him off guard though. You can hear Karma Dema screaming almost. The 32-year-old AFC JFA license holder. He was the assistant coach of Transport United as well. Ahmed Al-Manai, his tactic working well. Hasn't made too many changes, just saving them for the later part. You see coaches do that. He wants to use them wisely, especially in the last 5 or 10 minutes. No joy yet. Another goal kick. Very disciplined, not committing themselves early. Covering each other very well. Complementing each other very well. They're not going for the final challenge. At the moment you do that, you lose your defensive shape. And the instructions are quite clear to rely more on standing tackles. Who's gonna join Nepal from this group? 7 teams took part in this edition. And the Group A winner is gonna face Group B runners-up in the first semi-final. And runners-up from Group A gonna play the champions of Group B in the second semi-final. And as things stands, Nepal already has secured their top spot from this group on to 7 points from 3 games. And their opponents will be decided tomorrow. The 3 teams have booked their place already. Just one remains. And that question will be answered shortly. Face injury, a stoppage. Right in the center circle, but the match is entering its final quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the total attendance for tonight's match is 740. Thank you all for coming.
A chance for them to freshen up, intake some fluid. This was the chance from the corner for Hussein Abdullah. And a good hit from Chogyal Shirab in the first half. And Hussein Abdullah had another chance in the first half where he tried to lob the keeper after Khatim's initial shot was blocked. "76 minutes played, and the tension tightens further. Bhutan still pushing, still searching for that breakthrough. That ball is traveling. Somehow manages to adjust himself. Now the height was manageable. Sri Lanka steady, composed, and edging closer with every passing second. The game on a knife edge, waiting for its moment. Ilan Imran was the player of the match in the last game. Is currently the top scorer with 3 goals. Can the likes of Omang Dodum, Ronan Sullivan surpass him when they face off tomorrow? That was a difficult ball to control. 12 more minutes of normal time and a few minutes of stoppage. There is still time for Bhutan to sneak a late goal in. They can make Sri Lanka nervous if they scores at this stage. A comeback will be difficult. having Lions' share of possession. Got to make that count. Another searching ball. Away from Thinley. Just rotating the ball from side to side. A Bhutan throw in. In 2024, Bhutan finished second in Group B, hosted by Nepal. With all the matches were being played at the Anfa Sports Complex in Lalitpur, where they lost to Nepal, the hosts, in the semi-final in penalty shootout. In 80 minutes, cost us still no goals, no breakthrough. Bhutan, they continue to chase, driven by Sri Lanka. They still hold firm. Every minute now a step closer. The clock ticks, the pressure builds. Nadal Sanapala receiving treatment, and now Sri Lanka making a change. Kathim will be off. And Ahmed Al-Mannai just waited for the right time to make those changes. He's made one early in the first half. Khadim is coming on.
Substitution for Sri Lanka. Jersey number 10, Mohammad Khadim, replaced by jersey number 15, Khadim Ahmed.
Khadim replacing Mohammad Khadim. Slightly tensed. An air of anticipation thickens. With just 8 minutes of regulation time left, the referee rushing towards the goalkeeper. He's asking him to start play. There's a lot of space. Quickly closed down. Now does she make a few more changes? Karma Dema. Well, the attacks getting predictable, pretty one-dimensional. They need more variation. They need to add a different dimension to this gameplay. Sri Lankans are managing to anticipate every move. A yellow card for Halik. There's a free kick for Bhutan. Rinzendoji. Rinzendoji hits, skitters off the keeper. Luckily, it hasn't fallen to an orange shirt. A couple of them were closing in. This was the take. Went low. Unable to gather the goalkeeper. Another punch out. Has a few more distance straight to an orange shirt. Bhutan will come back once more. They are giving it their all. Still struggling to break the deadlock. Bhutan push with everything they have. And Sri Lanka hold with everything they needed. Just 5.5 minutes of regulation time between hope and the reality. Dechok Dorji used in a new role. Somewhat succeeding. He hasn't been tested enough, one might say, in this half. It's been all Bhutan. He helps it on. Aiden Pereira makes the clearance. Yugen Dorji. Play stopped. Foul on Hussein Abdullah. Sri Lanka will buy their time. And a yellow card comes out as well. Oof, stamping. "86 minutes. The tension is almost unbearable now for the Sri Lankan fans. Mohammad Yasir. Tandin Shewang, the confirmation of the yellow card. Number 12 of Bhutan, the right full back, for committing that foul on Hussein Abdullah. Rinzin is clearly off. Offside by quite a few yards. Ahmed Al-Manai. A slight hint of handball from Sunam Doji. Much more relieved Sri Lanka. Much more relaxed. The clock now, the loudest voice in the stadium. Everything still on the line. They knit with desperation. They got to hurry things up, Bhutan. Almost a mistake. There was a long ball played forward. Good cover up by the rest of the Sri Lankan players. Fighting as a collective unit. This was the incident. Tinle. With two players down, bodies tired. But the game taking its toll. And a yellow card comes out as well. A pause at a critical moment. The Sri Lankan players urging the fans to charge them up. Bhutan have a free kick. And perhaps the moment, the one they've been waiting for. Belief gathered. One delivery, one touch to change everything. Rinsindorji. Six minutes of additional time. .360 as the clock ticks by. Rinsin easily defended by Sri Lanka. Yeah, the fans are delighted. 6 more minutes for Bhutan to chase the moment they need. Five more minutes for Sri Lanka now to hold on to see it through. Time extended, but outcome still hanging. It has eventually crossed the line. No, that's a terrible touch. Got to look towards the right. Good ball between the two defenders. Needed a better cross, and that's the moment. Bhutan scores. Just what the doctor ordered. It's Dendu Gilchen with the second goal for Bhutan, and the most important one, with the one that could possibly take them to the semi-finals. Right at the death. From hope to belief. From belief to eruption. They have found the moment. They have found the goal. And just like that, the score line changes. It's Bhutan 1, Sri Lanka 0. What a ball in from Tandin Shiwang and Dendu Gilchen with that all-important header. The group is turned on its head now. Sri Lanka once seemed the favourites will slip out a place in the knockouts. Now keeps going. Can they seal this game, Bhutan? Can they find another? The tired legs around.
Drop. Baby, drop. Drop.
This was the moment of magic. Perhaps the defining moment of this game. Completely unmarked, beautifully positioned, right at the edge of the 6-yard box. Turns it home comfortably. What about that ball from Tandin Shiwang? Beautifully delivered. A Pin drop silence now in the gallery. Just a couple of minutes left of additional time. 2 minutes between Bhutan and something extraordinary. Are going to be their successive entry into the semi-finals of the SAFF U-20 Championship. They've been there once in 2024. Ahmed Al-Manai unhappy, buying some time, the attendant Penja. Sri Lanka now under immense pressure. This was the game-changing moment, right at the death. Few seconds away from getting over the line. Saw a late goal from Dentup Gilshan against Nepal as well. Bhutan likes to score in the last quarter. And they do it in the all-important tie. Will take them to 4 points. Sri Lanka and occupy the second spot of Group A. A double change from Sri
Substitution for Sri Lanka. Jersey number 4.
time almost up.
Jersey number 18, Mohammad Rishad.
Bhutan stand on the brink of something special. A goal that has changed everything.
Also substitution for Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka now trying to attack. Bhutan holding on with everything they have. Seconds remain. Omit Edrishinge comes on. Seconds remain between history and heartbreak.
No more, please.
That's a foul. Rinzan Dorji. And there you go. The full-time whistle and Bhutan have done it. From the brink to believe to something unforgettable. A goal at the death, a moment seized, and with it, the story of the group is rewritten. Sri Lanka so close, but it slips away at the very end. And their dreams of playing the semi-final remains a dream. And Bhutan rise against the odds. Their first victory of this competition. The first 3 points that has helped them make a quantum jump into the knockouts. And what a night this has been. We saw a late goal in the Maldives versus Nepal clash. A late goal here as well, settling this tie. Bhutan, they finish with 4 points from 3 games and they qualify as runners-up from Group A. Now we have the 4 semi-finalists of the SAFF U-20 Championship for Men's 2026. It's Nepal and Bhutan from Group A, India and Bangladesh from Group B. Pakistan and Maldives, they bow their way out. And it's full time, it's Bhutan 1, Sri Lanka 0. Bhutan from the edge of elimination. to the heart of celebration. Sri Lanka stunned. Just needed point to qualify, lose it all. Football, cruel for some, magical for others. Who needed everything finds everything. The time the story is completely. The boys. One goal, one moment, one massive result. From must win to mission accomplished.
I kindly request President of Football
And Sri Lanka left to wonder what might have been.
to give away the award to the player of the match.
And in the final moments, destiny changes its mind. Bhutan right their moment. What of Bhutan take it at full time right at the end. A result on belief. And a match changes everything. And we'll find today's player of the match.
The player of the match between Bhutan and Sri Lanka is jersey number 15,
Denduk Gelchen for scoring that winning goal. 90 minutes plus stoppage time. Truly rewarded with a goal for all that hard work. And Denduk Gelchen, the man who scored the winning goal. A couple of goals for him now at the SAFF U-20 Championship 2026. And we'll have a word with him as well. And clicking photographs with the fans. Well, the fans, of course, are the fuel of the. The players, the sport, absolutely got no relevance without them.
exciting match.
We've been preparing this ever since the starting of this year.
Bangladesh and India at 15:45.
I'm really grateful for this trophy. It is all thanks to my teammates and my coaches. Truly, really grateful for this. Thank you.
It's been a fascinating night in Prospect. What an incredible achievement for Bhutan. It's called a country of peace. Well, domestic league has evolved in no time. I will take you through the highlights of this game. So the last game of Group A, match number 8 between Bhutan and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka just needed a point to qualify and Bhutan needed 3 points to make it to the semi-finals. The Lankans looked in control in the beginning. They produced a couple of half chances. And one from this corner. A shot taken from outside the box. Didn't manage to hit the target. A set piece routine from Bhutan. The hit went over. This was Chiweng Zhang Wangchuk in a set piece threat. A training down routine. Go down on Nedal Sanapala. The pressure kept on mounting on the Sri Lankan defense. Shogi with a shot from distance went over the crossbar. And this was a giveaway. And Mohammad Khatim made that threatening run and then scuffed it. Could have got a goal there. Hussein Abdullah. It was a prominent scoring chance of the first half for Sri Lanka. But this man stood tall. Tandin Penja. At the beginning of the second half, Sri Lanka with a couple of shies on goal from distance. Lacked accuracy, lacked direction. This was a big mistake. Blocked off, and then on the follow-up, Kathim couldn't manage to hit it, to keep it on target. The goal was gaping. And the ball driven in from the corner. Header straight onto the roof. Hussain Abdullah, the captain, tried to guide it into the framework, and then the free kick. It was too hot to handle for Nadal Senapala. Ricochets off his chest and went out for a corner. And this was the defining moment. Found acres of space, inch perfect cross, and turned in by Dendup Gilshan. And after a long wait, manages to break the deadlock and secure in the semi-finals. We'll come back tomorrow. Bangladesh will host India in Group B. Thanks for being with us. Goodbye.
Ladies and